is simple. People are not always wrong because they are stupid. Often they are wrong because their brain is trying to save time. It grabs the first comfortable explanation, puts a tiny hat on it, and calls it wisdom. So, here is what we do. You bring a comment. I find the hidden mistake. You bring a belief. I check the assumption. And if the chat is quiet, do not worry. Humanity has produced enough silly confidence to keep this investigation open forever. Case opened. Let's dive into a classic case of the grass is always greener. People often believe that if they switch jobs, relationships, or even cities, their lives will magically improve. It's like thinking that moving from a cozy apartment to a mansion will automatically make you happier. But here's the hidden mistake. Happiness isn't tied to your surroundings. It's more about your mindset. Imagine someone moving to a new city, only to realize they still have to do laundry, pay bills, and deal with annoying neighbors. Surprise! The mansion comes with its own set of problems. So, the next time you think a change of scenery will solve all your woes, remember it's not the grass that needs watering, it's your perspective. Let's crack open a new case about the 5-second rule. Many people believe that if you drop food on the floor and pick it up within 5 seconds, it's still safe to eat. It's like thinking that a quick dash to the floor magically zaps away germs. But here's the hidden mistake. Germs don't have a stopwatch. They're ready to party on that pizza slice the moment it hits the ground. Imagine dropping a piece of candy, glancing at the floor, and thinking, it's still good, only to realize you just invited a whole colony of bacteria to your snack. So, the next time you drop your food, remember that the 5-second rule is more like a 5-second invitation for germs to join the feast. Let's investigate the classic, I'll sleep when I'm dead mindset. Many people pride themselves on getting by with just a few hours of sleep, believing it makes them more productive. It's like wearing a badge of honor for being a zombie. But here's the hidden mistake. Sleep is crucial for brain function and overall health. Skipping it is like trying to drive a car on empty. You might make it a little ways, but you'll eventually stall. Imagine someone bragging about pulling an all-nighter to finish a project, only to find themselves staring blankly at their screen, wondering if they just invented a new language. So the next time you think sacrificing sleep is the way to go, remember that your brain needs its beauty rest to keep functioning smoothly. Let's tackle the classic belief that multitasking makes you more efficient. Many folks think they can juggle work, phone calls, and snacks all at once, believing they're the ultimate productivity machines. It's like thinking you can cook dinner while solving a Rubik's Cube and still end up with a gourmet meal. But here's the hidden mistake: our brains are not designed for multitasking. When we try to do too many things at once, it's like trying to watch 2 TV shows on different channels simultaneously. Good luck following either plot. Imagine someone attempting to write an email while on a video call, only to accidentally send a message saying, "I love you" to their boss instead of their partner. Awkward. So, the next time you think multitasking is the way to go, remember that focusing on one task at a time is the real secret to success. Let's examine the belief that eating late at night will make you gain weight. Many people think that if they indulge in a midnight snack, they'll wake up with an extra few pounds, as if their body has a built-in scale that weighs food based on the hour. But here's the hidden mistake. It's not about when you eat, but what and how much you eat. Calories don't have a bedtime. Imagine someone munching on a whole pizza at 2 a.m., convinced they'll magically turn into a pumpkin if they don't finish it. Surprise! They just might turn into a sleepy pizza monster instead. So the next time you feel guilty about that late-night snack, remember it's not the clock ticking that counts, but the choices you make. Let's dive into the curious case of the "I'll just Google it" phenomenon. People often rely on the internet for quick answers, believing that a search engine can solve all their problems. It's like thinking that a magic 8-ball can predict your future. But here's the hidden mistake. Not everything on the internet is accurate. You might end up with advice from someone who thinks they're a doctor because they watched a few YouTube videos. Imagine someone Googling how to fix a leaky sink and ending up with instructions that involve duct tape, a rubber chicken, and a prayer. Spoiler alert, it's not going to end well. So, the next time you turn to Google for wisdom, remember to double-check your sources, or you might just end up with a DIY disaster. Let's explore the common belief that you can sweat out toxins. Many people think that hitting the gym or sitting in a sauna will magically purge their bodies of all the bad stuff they've consumed. It's like believing that a good sweat is a detox spa treatment. But here's the hidden mistake: your body already has a built-in detox system called the liver. Sweating is more about cooling down than cleaning out. Imagine someone sweating profusely at the gym after a heavy pizza night, thinking they're flushing out the grease, only to realize they're just a soggy mess trying to lift weights. So the next time you think sweating will cleanse your body, remember that your liver is the real MVP in the detox game. Let's investigate the curious case of the "I can't cook" belief. Many people claim they can't cook, thinking it's a skill reserved for culinary wizards. It's like believing only superheroes can save the day. But here's the hidden mistake. Cooking is just following instructions. If you can read a recipe, you can whip up a meal. Imagine someone staring at a box of instant noodles like it's a complex math problem, convinced they need a PhD to boil water. Spoiler alert, it's just noodles. So, the next time you think you can't cook, remember that even a microwave can be your best friend in the kitchen. Let's dive into the classic belief that you can catch up on sleep. Many people think that if they miss sleep during the week, they can just sleep in on the weekend and be all good. It's like thinking you can skip a few chapters in a book and still understand the ending. But here's the hidden mistake. Sleep isn't just a bank you can make withdrawals from. Your body needs consistent rest to function properly. Imagine someone sleeping until noon on Saturday after a week of late nights, only to wake up feeling groggier than a bear in hibernation. Surprise! You can't just hit the snooze button on your health. So, the next time you think you can catch up on sleep, remember that consistency is key, not just a weekend binge. Let's take a look at the belief that you need to finish everything on your plate. Many people think that cleaning their plate is a must, as if it's a badge of honor in the culinary world. It's like thinking that every meal is a race to the finish line. But here's the hidden mistake your body knows when it's full. Ignoring those signals is like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Imagine someone at a buffet, piling food high and declaring, "I can't waste this!" only to find themselves in a food coma halfway through dessert. Surprise! That plate is now a personal Everest! So, the next time you feel pressured to finish every last bite, remember that it's okay to listen to your stomach instead of your plate. Let's dive into the common belief that you can wing it in a job interview. Many people think they can just show up, charm the interviewer, and everything will magically fall into place. It's like believing you can perform brain surgery after watching a few episodes of a medical drama. But here's the hidden mistake. Preparation is key. Not knowing the company or the role is like trying to bake a cake without a recipe and hoping for a masterpiece. Imagine someone walking into an interview and confidently saying, "I'm great with numbers," only to be asked to solve a simple math problem and blanking out like a deer in headlights. Oops! So, the next time you think you can just wing it, remember that a little prep goes a long way in turning that interview into a success. Let's crack open the case of the "I'll just Google my symptoms" phenomenon. Many people believe that a quick online search can diagnose their medical issues, thinking they're now mini doctors. It's like believing a fortune cookie can predict your future. But here's the hidden mistake. The internet is full of misinformation. You might end up convinced you have a rare disease because you sneezed twice in a row. Imagine someone frantically Googling headache and ending up convinced they have a brain-eating amoeba instead of just needing a glass of water. Yikes! So, the next time you feel a little off, remember that Dr. Google might not have your best interests at heart. Let's explore the curious case of the "I'll just have one more drink" mindset. Many people think that having just one more drink at a party will be harmless, believing they can totally handle it. It's like thinking you can add just one more scoop of ice cream and not end up with a sundae the size of your head. But here's the hidden mistake alcohol affects your judgment. That one more can quickly turn into a wild night you didn't plan for. Imagine someone raising their glass and declaring, "One for the road," only to wake up the next day with a hangover and a mysterious tattoo of a cat on their arm. Surprise! So, the next time you think one more drink is no big deal, remember that moderation is key, or you might just end up with a story you didn't want to tell. Let's dive into the classic case of the I'll just read the comments trap. People often scroll through comments on social media, thinking they'll get a more balanced view of a topic. It's like believing that reading the comment section is the same as getting a PhD in the subject. But here's the hidden mistake. Not all comments are created equal. You might find yourself lost in a sea of conspiracy theories and cat memes instead of actual insights. Imagine someone reading a comment that claims the moon is made of cheese and thinking, wow, I never considered that. As if they've just uncovered a groundbreaking truth. So, the next time you dive into the comments, remember that it's a jungle out there, and you might just end up with a cheese platter instead of clarity. Let's investigate the belief that eating organic means you can eat as much as you want. Many people think that if they are munching on organic snacks, they can indulge guilt-free, believing it's like a magic health shield. It's like thinking that just because you're eating kale chips, you can skip the gym. But here's the hidden mistake. Calories still count, no matter how fancy the label. You can't just eat a whole bag of organic cookies and expect to feel like a health guru. Imagine someone polishing off an entire organic chocolate cake and thinking, well, it's organic, so it's practically a salad. Surprise! Your body doesn't care about the label when it's processing that sugar rush. So, the next time you reach for that organic treat, remember that moderation is still the name of the game. Let's dive into the curious case of the I'll just take a quick look shopping mindset. Many people think they can pop into a store for one item and leave without being tempted by all the shiny distractions. It's like believing you can walk through a candy store and not end up with a sugar rush. But here's the hidden mistake. Stores are designed to lure you in. Those displays are like sirens calling you to the rocks of impulse buying. Imagine someone saying, I'll just grab some milk, and 2 hours later, they're walking out with a cart full of snacks, a new blender, and a giant inflatable unicorn. Surprise! So, the next time you think a quick trip will stay quick, remember that shopping is a maze, and you might just get lost in the aisles. Let's take a look at the classic belief that you can save time by doing things last minute. Many people think that waiting until the last possible moment to complete a task is a clever way to free up their schedule. It's like believing that procrastination is a superpower. But here's the hidden mistake. Waiting until the last minute often leads to chaos and mistakes. It's like trying to bake a cake in 5 minutes and expecting a masterpiece instead of a gooey mess. Imagine someone rushing to submit a report just before the deadline and accidentally attaching a cat meme instead of the actual document. Surprise! That's one way to make an impression. So, the next time you think procrastination is your friend, remember that time management is the real superhero in the world of productivity. Let's dive into the curious case of the I'll just skip breakfast belief. Many people think that skipping breakfast is a great way to save time or even lose weight, believing they can power through the morning on sheer willpower. It's like thinking you can run a marathon without ever training. But here's the hidden mistake. Breakfast is often called the most important meal for a reason. It fuels your body and brain and skipping it can lead to a mid-morning crash. Imagine someone skipping breakfast and then trying to focus on a meeting, only to find themselves daydreaming about a giant pancake stack instead of paying attention. Surprise! That's one way to lose track of the agenda. So, the next time you think skipping breakfast is a smart move, remember that fueling up is the real key to a productive day. Let's dive into the classic belief that you can just wing it during a presentation. Many people think they can stroll into a meeting without preparation and still impress everyone with their charm. It's like believing you can perform Shakespeare without ever having read the play. But here's the hidden mistake. Confidence doesn't replace content. You can't just sprinkle a little charisma and expect a masterpiece. Imagine someone standing in front of their colleagues and confidently saying, "And this is where I would show you the data if I had prepared it." Cue the awkward silence and shuffling papers. So the next time you think you can just wing it, remember that preparation is the secret ingredient to a successful presentation. Let's explore the curious case of the "I'll just charge it" mindset. Many people think that using credit cards for everything is a smart financial strategy, believing they can buy now and pay later without consequences. It's like thinking you can eat cake for breakfast and not gain any weight. But here's the hidden mistake: credit cards can lead to a slippery slope of debt. Just because you can buy it doesn't mean you should. Imagine someone swiping their card for a new gadget, thinking, "I'll pay it off later," only to find themselves buried under a mountain of bills and wondering where all their money went. Surprise! That shiny new toy just became a financial anchor. So, the next time you think charging it is a free pass, remember that every swipe comes with a price tag. Let's examine the common belief that you can learn everything from social media. Many people think that scrolling through TikTok or Instagram is a legitimate way to gain knowledge, believing that short clips can replace actual education. It's like thinking watching cooking shows means you can open a restaurant. But here's the hidden mistake. Not everything you see online is accurate or reliable. You might end up believing that a dance challenge is a new form of exercise and then find yourself gasping for breath after 2 minutes. Imagine someone trying to impress their friends with a quick recipe they saw online, only to realize they just made a giant mess instead of a gourmet meal. Surprise! That viral video didn't come with a cleanup crew. So, the next time you think social media is your classroom, remember that real learning often requires a bit more than just a scroll. Let's dive into the belief that you can just wing it when it comes to cooking. Many people think they can throw random ingredients together and create a culinary masterpiece, believing that cooking is all about creativity. It's like thinking you can paint a masterpiece with a roller brush. But here's the hidden mistake. Not all combinations are delicious. Sometimes you end up with a dish that looks like a science experiment gone wrong. Imagine someone tossing together leftover pizza, peanut butter, and a banana, thinking, "This will be gourmet," only to discover they've just invented a new level of culinary chaos. So the next time you feel like improvising in the kitchen, remember that some recipes need a little more than just enthusiasm. Let's delve into the classic belief that you can multitask while driving. Many people think they can text, adjust the radio, and navigate all at the same time, believing they're the ultimate multitasking champions. It's like thinking you can juggle flaming torches while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. But here's the hidden mistake: driving requires your full attention. Dividing your focus is a recipe for disaster. Imagine someone trying to send a text while merging onto the highway, only to realize they're now in a game of bumper cars instead of a smooth ride. Surprise! That's one way to turn a simple drive into an unexpected thrill ride. So, the next time you think multitasking behind the wheel is a good idea, remember that safety should always take the front seat. Let's investigate the belief that you can save money by skipping your morning coffee. Many people think that brewing coffee at home instead of buying it daily will lead to significant savings, believing they're making a wise financial choice. It's like thinking skipping breakfast will help you lose weight. But here's the hidden mistake. It's not just about the coffee. The time and effort spent on brewing can lead to impulse buys at the store or extra stops for snacks. Imagine someone brewing coffee at home, only to realize they're out of milk and end up buying a fancy latte on the way to work anyway. Surprise! That savings just turned into a double whammy. So, the next time you think skipping that coffee shop run is a surefire way to save, remember that convenience can sometimes cost you more than you think. Let's dive into the curious case of the "I'll just Google how to fix it" mindset. People often think that a quick online search can solve any household problem, believing they're now DIY experts. It's like thinking that watching a few episodes of a home improvement show makes you a licensed contractor. But here's the hidden mistake: not all online advice is reliable. You might end up following a tutorial that results in more chaos than solutions. Imagine someone trying to fix a leaky sink by following a YouTube video, only to accidentally turn their kitchen into a mini water park. Surprise! That's one way to make a splash. So, the next time you think Googling will solve your home repair woes, remember that sometimes it's best to call in the pros instead of risking a DIY disaster. Let's examine the belief that you can just power through when you're sick. Many people think that pushing through work or responsibilities while feeling under the weather is a sign of dedication. It's like believing that running a marathon with a broken leg is a great way to show commitment. But here's the hidden mistake: your body needs rest to recover. Ignoring that is like trying to drive a car on empty and expecting it to keep going. Imagine someone dragging themselves to work with a box of tissues, only to end up sneezing all over their keyboard and accidentally sending a sick day email to the entire office. Surprise! That's one way to spread the germs. So, the next time you think you can just power through being sick, remember that sometimes the best thing you can do is hit the pause button and let your body heal. Let's investigate the belief that you can learn everything you need from motivational quotes. Many people love to scroll through social media, collecting inspirational quotes like their rare Pokemon cards, believing that a few words of wisdom will change their lives. It's like thinking you can become a chef just by reading a recipe. But here's the hidden mistake. Quotes don't replace action. You can't just admire the words without putting in the work. Imagine someone plastering their wall with quotes about success, but still binge-watching TV instead of pursuing their goals. Surprise! That wall of wisdom isn't going to do the work for you. So, the next time you find yourself collecting quotes, remember that inspiration is just the first step. Action is what really leads to change. Let's dive into the belief that you can outsmart your phone's battery life. Many people think they can stretch their phone's battery by dimming the screen or closing a few apps, believing they're tech wizards. It's like thinking you can keep a car running on fumes by simply turning off the radio. But here's the hidden mistake. Battery life isn't just about minor tweaks. It's about how you use the phone. Ignoring heavy apps is like trying to run a marathon in flip-flops. Imagine someone proudly dimming their screen to save battery, only to realize they're still streaming a movie in the background. Surprise! That dim screen isn't saving them from a dead phone at dinner. So, the next time you think minor adjustments will save your battery, remember that sometimes it's not just about the little things, it's about how you use the whole system. Let's dive into the belief that you can skip exercise and still be healthy. Many people think that as long as they eat well, they can forego physical activity, believing that nutrition alone is the magic key to health. It's like thinking you can build a house with just a hammer and no foundation. But here's the hidden mistake: exercise is crucial for overall health. It strengthens your body and mind, and skipping it can lead to a host of issues. Imagine someone munching on a salad while lounging on the couch, thinking they're living their best life, only to find themselves out of breath after climbing a single flight of stairs. Surprise! That salad didn't come with a fitness plan. So, the next time you think you can skip exercise, remember that a balanced approach is what truly keeps you healthy and strong.